Good morning, and welcome to the Monte Vista Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name's Alan Worley, and I'm president of the Board of Trustees. We are a welcoming congregation, and we gather together on this warm Sunday morning to celebrate our community. Announcements. Please read the community connections that's emailed out each Thursday. It has the little rainbow set of hearts. It's easy to find in your inbox. Please read it, and you won't have to see me so much. At noon today, here in the sanctuary and on Zoom, we'll be gathering to discuss what we're going to do for our 70th birthday party coming up on August 20th. You can use the same link that we use for the service to get to the Zoom session. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. we gather via Zoom for Taco Tuesday. Please drop by. It's an hour of casual conversation. It's interesting to see and hear. It's just fun. The weekend of October 14th through 16th is a cluster camp, which is not like the other clusters. It's cluster camp, meaning that our congregation and two others will be sharing to Benneville Pines for the weekend. It'll be a weekend of nature, fellowship, fun, getting to meet other UUs from the area. I'm not sure. I don't remember which two other congregations will be joining us, but it really doesn't matter. There is a per-person cost to attend, and it's overnight in the cabins, but the Benneville Pines is just an awesome place to go. So, and by the way, that is in the community connections.
Good morning, everyone. It is so great to see you. And great to be seen, as they say, too. We open our service traditionally by ringing the bowl 3 times. We ring it once for those who came before. The Tongva and other native peoples who were the original stewards of this land and called it home years ago. We also honor our ancestors and the founding members of this congregation who imagined and formed it 70 years ago. We ring it once for those of us here and now. For our members, our friends, our visitors, and our staff, and our extended UU family, and those, especially those on Zoom. Hi, Zoom people. All who grow this beloved community that we know as our own. And we ring it once for those who will come. For all who will find belonging with us and call MVUUC their spiritual home in the days ahead. I'd like to invite George Yanoki, my beloved, to come and light the chalice for us, please. And our reading comes from this publication that some of you are familiar with, Lifting Our Voices. It's number 113, and it's written by Forest Church. Each of us might best assume the responsibility for awakening. Others may be responsible for our being born, but what we make of our lives, how deeply and intensively we live, is our responsibility and ours alone. Having accepted life as a gift for ourselves, we are then charged to to revere the presence of this same gift in others. Thank you. And now I invite all of us to recite our covenant together. If you would stand, I like standing when we say this. Somehow it helps us speak it more from our core. Jarius, if you could put the covenant up, we'll all have the lyrics, but they are in your order of service as well. I just want the people on Zoom to have that. Here they come. Okay, here we are. Okay, let's read together. Love is the doctrine of this congregation, the quest of truth its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve the world in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. And remain standing as we now sing together our favorite from the hymnal, number 123, Spirit of Life. Seated. Everyone but Robert. I'd like to invite our Director of Lifespan Religious Exploration up for our story for all ages.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is a story that begins not once upon a time and far, far away, but one that takes place in homes all over the world and right here, right now. And how does it begin? With people gathered together and a spark, the striking of a match, a cloud of sulfur, a flame that erupts from nothingness into suddenly being. The candle is lit, the lights are dimmed, and a small, curious voice breaks the solemn silence on the holiest of nights and asks, as children often do, why? Why do we light candles tonight? The child's words seemed to hang in the air forever as the adults in the room desperately search their own memories. What is that story again? What words shall we use? What are the most important parts of the story that share with the next generation? And then it occurs to the elders they don't remember hearing the stories for the first time, or what words were used, or even who told them. The stories are just part of them. The stories are in their bones. Meanwhile, the why still hangs in the air, and this time perhaps the silence is of the shunned sort, until finally perhaps the wisest elder in the room responds, "I don't know. Why do you think we light the candles?" The child considers this, then carefully, quietly responds, "Because it is dark." Silence. "And because it is beautiful." Another voice chimes in, "Yes, and sometimes we light candles as a prayer." Another, "To remember our strength." And another still, "For the lessons and stories and people that we carry with us." But the story doesn't end here, because like the spark that brought the candlelight into being, the question has ignited sharing and storytelling that lasts long into the night. We light candles to light the way home, the elders say, to remind us to open our hearts and homes to others who seek a safe place to stay. We light the candles to bring light into the darkness and to remember our ancestors, to remember the struggles won and lost. We light candles for miracles. We light candles for a star in the sky to remind us to stop, look, and listen, and to celebrate the promise of a newborn child, for peace in my heart and in the world. For the sun, the child chimes in, and for the night, and for the longer days ahead. The hearts of the elders become full as they begin to remember the stories. They are overcome with childlike wonder and awe. For those who keep telling our story, and for those who listen, for faith and purpose and togetherness. We light candles for dedications and blessings and love and wonder. The flame is passed from one candle to the next and then to the next, as stories are passed from generation to generation, and the room grows brighter in the midst of the dark, dark winter night. We light these candles to spread the light, because we seek the light. Suddenly, it is clear that the spark that began it all brought not just light into the room, but also somehow managed to fill the room with stories and miracles, strength and beauty, peace and promises, prayers and ancestors, and the promise of newborn babies. And this story does not end here, because once upon a time becomes a day in the future when the children will be the elders who search their own memory for the stories and meaning as they strike a match to light a candle and hear the question why. This is a story of light. It is a story that never ends. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. It was beautiful. Now, if everyone would look in their insert of their order of service, and I'm not sure that we have the lyrics to this to put up on the screen for Zoom, but it's our Reeb. Look at that. There it is. And Lily will lead us in our song to send our children off. Of that one. It sounded really great. Thank you. Our offering message today opens with these words from reading number 675 in our hymnal. It says, "The offering is a sacrament of the free church, supported by the voluntary generosity of those who join with us." As the generous caretakers of this community, we give from our hearts in many, many ways to maintain our community's physical and spiritual well-being. Our gratitude for those gifts flows always as we thank each other for our kind and generous contribution toward the well-being of our community. We are givers in so many aspects of our church life together. Giving is our first response and our second nature. And all that we do and the care for each other is an offering toward wholeness. And it is our great blessing to be in a place where we can offer non-perishable goods to our neighbors who are in need through the Beta Center at Inland Valley Hope Partners. I invite you to bring those gifts forward along with your offerings to place in the baskets on the altar. And it is with grateful appreciation of our shared hopes and values that our generous offerings will now be given and received. In our congregation, we enjoy sharing the things that are going on in our lives, the things that are bringing us delight, and the things that are disappointing, but the things that we have going on. There are a couple. Jarius, if you could get that image ready for the screen, that would be great. I sent him an image that I took this week. That should make everyone smile. There it is. That is our little oak tree that we planted in the back, in the area that the children call the Shire. For my installation, the children gave me an oak tree, which was very moving and a very meaningful gift, and we planted it out back. Look at all that new growth. So I think that's encouraging and symbolic. So beautiful. Thanks, Jarius. There's another disappointment going on that has something to do with trees as well. Maybe some of you are familiar that there's a wildfire burning in Yosemite. It's very, very close to Mariposa Grove, and they have the hotel closed up that way, and they're evacuating everybody and doing what they can to protect all of those beautiful. There are 500 mature sequoia trees in that grove that they're doing their best to protect. So we offer our compassion and care for the firefighters, our gratitude, and prayers for the trees as well. We have a joy from Maribel Dana. She writes, a wonderful surprise, a second camera in the sanctuary. Yay, let's thank Bob Taylor for that. We're so grateful. And for Jarius for making it work. There, well, there's the mic. Oh, there it is over there. Okay. Yeah, that will help us to be able to watch Lily while she's playing. We all love that. Yeah. Maribel says, here and on Zoom, right? We can see the magic ballet of Lily Popova's hands. That's right. How sweet. Very good, Maribel. Says, maybe it's been here a while. Nope. This morning is a little trial run. It was not announced because we weren't sure how it was going to go, but yay, it's working beautifully. And I have a joy and a concern from Alan and Letha. The joy is that their grandsons from Colorado will be here this week. That's great. Please enjoy grandsons. I know what it's like to be far away from those. I have a prayer that I chose out of the hymnal, but I had so much trouble choosing between two of them, I decided to weave them together. The first one is number 498. And it is written by Howard Thurman. And then I will go into number 502 by W.E.B. Du Bois. In the quietness of this place, surrounded by the all-pervading presence of the holy, my heart whispers, keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve, that in good times or in tempests, I may not forget that to which my life is committed. Keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. And now is the accepted time, not tomorrow, not some more convenient season. It is today that our best work can be done, and not some future day or future year. It is today that we fit ourselves for the greater usefulness of tomorrow. Today is the seed time. Now are the hours of work, and tomorrow comes the harvest and the playtime. Amen. I enjoy invite you to please remain seated as we enjoy singing a song from our teal hymnal, Singing the Journey. It's number 1053, and it's called How Could Anyone? And we'll let Lily lead us in how that will unfold and then close again. Thank you. Our reading today comes from Joy Atkinson, and it's titled, The Womb of Stars. It's in our hymnal as a responsive reading, but I'll read it through for you today. The womb of stars embraces us. Remnants of their fiery furnaces pulse through our veins. For we are of the stars, the dust of explosions that are cast across space. We are of the earth. We breathe and live in the breath of ancient plants and beasts. Their cells nourish the soil, and we build our communities on their harvest of gifts. Our fingers trace the curves carved in clay and stone by forebears unknown to us. We are a part of the great circle of humanity, gathered around the fire, the hearth, the altar. We gather anew this day to celebrate our common heritage. May we recall in gratitude all that has given us birth. One of the other things that we do at Taco Tuesday sometimes is if I put out some publicity or promotion material about the sermon that's coming up that week, sometimes we get into that a little bit if the topic or the promotional picture or something stirs up conversation. We like to dig into that. And I found that the last 2 weeks it's helped me and actually changed the sermon a little bit. So if you want to change the sermons, you got to come on Taco Tuesday. So. But choosing a sermon topic and a theme for our Sunday service is a bit like searching for that one perfect gift for everyone in a crowd. Ideas can spring from news headlines, from the calendar or the cycles of the moon, from the meaningful and sometimes weighty topics that arise during meaningful and sometimes very weighty conversations. Sometimes there's a repeating thought that keeps making the rounds and nudging you until it's fully heard and explored to the depths. It just keeps clearing its throat and tapping its foot to you and whispering, "Psst, talk about me." So creating a catchy title and choosing promotional image, like the one on the front of our order of service today, is another wrinkle to the task of sermon prep. It can be clear sailing with pictures and descriptions that are posted on our website, on our MailChimp emails, on our Facebook page to draw in the curious. Or you can be stepping into the pulpit, still opening to the ways that your intention and preparation will create a message that is soulful and resonant, challenging, but also nourishing to the hearts and minds of your people that are gathered on a Sunday morning. All of us bringing our best. We come together now bringing and offering our best selves to one another, to be moved by wonder and to find awe in the ways that we are all shifting within this ever-moving and fast-spinning world, finding our best way forward and bringing the gifts to build and strengthen our shared spiritual home in ways that are going to be long-lasting and compassionate and ethically just. Doing so in days such as these calls for a reliance on our UU faith and all of its resources in ways that'll bind us together and fill us with the confidence that we need, knowing that in this community, bringing our best is how we roll. Bringing our best asks much of us, yet at the same time, it showers us with an equal measure of hope in return. Knowing that we want to use that hope to make a way together through the uncharted times that are yet ahead. Over the centuries, we've created and read the writings of those who, in the words of Matthew Crosfault, speak of hope as if it is this delicate, ephemeral thing made of whispers and spider webs. Emily Dickinson describes it as the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. It sounds gentle and kind, doesn't it? But those are the characteristics that we may not need hope to have right now. But what are the best traits of the hope that we need to lean on today? The best aspects of hope, the hope we bring, isn't a hope that's feathery and soft. Our hope has been going to the gym for a couple of years now. It's been in the blacksmith shop too. And it has spent time on the anvil. It's been ground and sharpened and honed by all that we have gone through over the last 3 years and all that shaped us before that. So knowing that, let's ask, how does hope bring its best to us now as we hold on to it and we offer it to each other and we hold it out to the world as we invite them into community with us. Hope is an integral part of what we offer when we bring our best. And it is time to stop wondering if we even ever have hope. And we know this: our hope is strong enough for this world that is still unfolding. So can we give this hope away, even if we can't be sure when we will need it most ourselves? I think we can now. When hope brings its best to this world and fills our hearts for any of the needs that we feel we have, she's ready for anything, and she's up for it. Our hope has dirt on her face. She's got swollen knuckles from cleaning the debris, and she's got the grit of cobblestones in her hair. She's there no matter where you are or what you have on your plate. She speaks all languages and can hold whatever you hand over to her. The best that hope brings is the preparedness it gives for whatever is next, whatever it is that is to come. When we bring our best, we bring a hope that isn't based on fear or dread or soft, feathery visions, but instead on the strength that we have built and the meaning that we have made together and the compassion that has come from our experience. Knowing how much our lives have been changed by the events that continue to unfold, we witness the peeling back of the consensual reality of what we thought the normal world was. Everything that has been the norm for most of our lives. But we are strong enough now to offer an invitation to those who need us, to let the world know who we have become, and to be that place of safe sanctuary for those who are looking for community. To offer invitation to the weary ones to come into safe community and to us to be a place where they can allow the old ways that are crumbling apart to just wash away and to grieve the way that we thought it was all going to turn out. We will co-create a new normal, to open our hearts to imagination and revisioning of the ways that we can love the world in the days ahead. The hope we bring is perfectly trained for that mission. Let's always be bringing our best hope and offering it to bless the world. May it be so. Amen, and blessed be. And let's sing about that, blessing the world. Lily, if you will lead us in the singing of it. You will find it on the back side of the insert of your order of service, and Jarius will have the lyrics up. Twice? We'll sing it twice through, right? Here we are. There we are, thanks. Please stand. But its light lives on in the minds and the hearts and the souls of each one of us. Let us carry the flame with us and share it with those we know, with those we love, and most especially with those we have yet to meet. May the lights of love and pure positive regard shine on you and from you. May the affirmation of respect empower you, and may the comfort of love support you and continue to unfold you. For wherever we are and wherever it is we are called to go, love lures us forward. May it be so. Amen, and blessed be.